Good afternoon on what is a bright, clear and slightly chilly day. It is Tuesday the 8th of March. I'm back in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a board game I want to unbox. This is Captain Sonar, in which you synchronize, organize, navigate, attack and repair. It's from Matagot Games for age 14 plus, 2 to 8 players, plays in 45 minutes. Or so it says on the front. So, the year is 2048. You are part of an elite team of officers in command of a state-of-the-art submarine. The hunt has begun. Your mission is simple: seek and destroy the enemy submarine. To beat the enemy, you must cooperate with your teammates. Only the team who best communicates and works together will survive the encounter. And so Captain Sonar, underwater, no one can hear you scream. It's a bit derivative, but anyway, because I don't think there are any actual monsters in this game. Certainly not when I played it. Your keys to success: synchronize. Alone you will achieve nothing. Each officer on the team fulfills an essential role. Talking is important, but so is listening carefully and coordinating your actions. Organize. If you do not plan your moves, you will not catch the enemy. Each decision must be deliberate. Navigate. You must not only find the enemy's submarine, you must also not get caught yourself. Only precise navigation will put you in a position to win this battle. Attack. Take no man alive. Even though the mission requires stealth, do not hesitate. Fire your weapons when the perfect opportunity presents itself. Repair. Your sub will take fire and most likely sustain damage. You must try to remain calm and get your sub back up and running quickly. So, this is a multi-role game, and you can see how it's played by that image on the back. Basically, people sat around a table with a couple of screens in front of them, and there are 8 there. This is a game for up to 8 people, and I've only played it with 8 people. I gather it plays reasonably well as with 6, but really, oh, hold on, here we go. Hello. I'm being visited by the cat, who is not ours. Let's say hello. He has no interest in submarines, I bet. But anyway, so I'm going to open up to have a look inside. Just while his attention is elsewhere. So, broken the seal. Hello, yes. I am partially ignoring you. I'm talking to the cat here. So let's open up the box. Does not want to come. And it's an awkward position because I would normally put this. There we go. Does not want to open up. Okay, almost there, almost there. There we go. So what have we got inside? I'll show you first off. And when he's not hitting me on the nose. So there's a I see a bit of advertising, and then we have the rules, game overview, and there's not much to this in the rules. So he's not being very helpful here because this is actually quite a large game, as you can see. So the rules themselves really only run to basically front 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages, and then on the back we've got some scenarios for you to play through. Okay, so it's basically reasonably quick to get into. Then below that we have some plastic overlays. I'm not quite sure what they do, but they are there. Oh, it's gone. That's going to make it a bit easier. And then we've got the first board. Oh, cracks open. So that's the sort of like the dividing screen, or really basically leaning back just to see how large that is. Normally wouldn't do that, so let's just show you the great scenes on board the submarine. So if you close on the other side, you've got a very similar kind of image. I'll show you those. So these don't actually. So essentially, what these do is they essentially these are the screens between. These are the screens between the players, between the two teams of players, because you've got two teams of 4 players each, and then beneath that you have that and some write on, wipe off comments. So, nice and simple. But the meat of the game is in here. Just again, more packaging. I seem to be fighting with the packaging today. So let's that. And we've got several things in here. So the first off, we've got maps, which get increasingly complex. So you've got the alpha map, and that's done basically turn by turn or real time, because this game can be played in both fashions, and these are used to essentially track your movement and what you think is the movement of the enemy. So there's multiple copies of the alpha map, and then because you need one each per player, and then you see how it gets more complex with the Bravo map. So you get multiple maps in here, Bravo, and Charlie, a bit more open, but more compact around the islands. And last, then we get on to the Delta map. And essentially what you've got is 2 different types of map here. So you've got one which is basically turn by turn, which is a bit more open, so a little easier, and then more complex is the real-time map. So you've got 2 modes of play. Sorry, I was wrong, we've got more maps. So here we have the turn by turn echo map. When you turn that over, we have the real-time echo map. So you've got 5 different map sets in here, and then underneath that, see if we can just separating these boards out. We have these tracking sheets. So essentially this is used to track things like damage and activating weapons and things like that. So this is the engineer's functions, and that's sort of like showing you what he's got to do on board his vessel to keep it moving, and also to repair damage. First mate, Okay. So a couple of those, and the engineer. Okay, so and then you've got roles on here. So essentially, what you've also got on here. So basically, they have particular roles with those sheets, and then the rules. If I can find the rules, let's go back to the rules. So let's have a look. So you can see the setup by the way. It's basically saying, you know, so you've got sort of like radio operator, captain, first mate, and engineer, and essentially they're talking to each other. The radio operator is listening to it across the other side to see what orders are being given out, because he's picking up signals, and the captain is making decisions, and so on. So everyone has their own roles. So the captain is the leader of the team, responsible for guiding the submarine and for coordinating the team members, and he announces a course and directs it. The radio operator is the eyes and ears of the team. He's responsible for tracking the enemy submarine by listening to the enemy captain's movements and has to relay that to the captain. The first mate is to advance the gauges to bring the submarine systems online. He alerts the captain when the weapon detection and special systems are easy to activate. And the engineer's job is to track the breakdowns that occur on the submarine as the captain announces course. Some breakdowns will neutralize the submarine systems, others will damage the submarine. So it's a game of cooperation and listening, and basically not just to you know, your own team, but also the other side. And then what you're trying to do is launch a mine or drop a basically launch a torpedo or drop a mine, and then launch a drone or activate sonar. So you're launching torpedoes and dropping mines to inflict damage, and then you know, using a drone and activating sonar to detect where the enemy is. So yeah, that is that's Captain Sonar. This is having played. This is a lot of fun. You know, it can get very shouty, and you can really get into that thing of whole panicking as your submarine comes under attack, or you're going in for the attack and you think you've almost got him. And it's very much a game of cat and mouse. And in some ways, it's sort of like what that comes across as is, okay, you are playing a game of one-on-one, where basically one vessel on another vessel, game of battleships, but with a team. And that's a really terrific idea. And with those, I mean, what you actually do need with it is you do need a large table. You know, as the setup shows, you really need a sort of like, you know, a table big enough to sit 4 people on the side, and put the screens down in the middle. And that's very much sort of like, you know, best place sort of like at a dining table, or a table as you know, that big. But then you have the sort of the 2 teams either side, and if you, I've basically been at sort of like board game clubs and that sort of thing. I've seen the game played and I've played it myself, and the game has a table presence. It has impact, despite the simplicity of the components. They're just large and big and imposing, and it's sort of like, it's similar to the table presence of what's it called, Colt Express, which when you put down the train, you go, what's that? And you see all the figures on it, but it's done. It looks like a miniatures game, but it's not. And that has table presence, and this has sort of a similar effect. Okay, so that is Captain Sonar. I'm going to follow this up with a review very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box and a game or book, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so. All, of course, accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Or occasionally a cat who is not ours, then please do hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, thanks again for watching, and I'm back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook very soon. Bye for now.